What's up, everybody? My name is OMG WTF LOLFTW BRB. Welcome back to more Total Extreme Wrestling 2016. We are playing as the IWC, the International Wrestling Corporation, our own personal company that we created into this local to global challenge. And we've got some unfortunate news here. Roger Brown, who is one of our main event talents, we haven't really seen a whole lot of him, but early on in the IWC days, he was kind of like the focal point, along with him and Ripper Savage. And now that we started this tournament, we haven't really seen a whole lot of him. But today was going to be his big return back to the IWC. He was going to, more than likely move on and go pretty far in this IWC Regional Championship tournament that we've got going on. But, well, unfortunately for him, in one of his previous matches, it was a match on Olympic TV, nonetheless. He lost to Freddie Blassie, but not only did he lose to Freddie Blassie, he got injured by the Classy One. And he's out injured with a C4 cervical spinal cord rupture. Sorry, said that wrong. And unfortunately, he's going to be out for a long time here. He's out for a year and 2 months. And we're not going to see him. In fact, who knows? By the time he comes back, maybe we move on from him. I don't think that's going to happen, but I like Roger Brown, but maybe we just can't afford him. Maybe our finances are too strong. But nonetheless, yes, he is out injured. It's a damn shame. And we just got to move on. It sucks, though, because he was like our main event face, like the main face we got. And now he's injured. But that's the fun about Total Extreme Wrestling that I like, is that random things that you just don't expect to happen, that happen out of nowhere, and you just kind of got to roll with the punches. So anyway, here we go. We are in the month of August, week 2 of Monday. Interesting day to hold a show, but with all the things happening, we had to kind of work around other wrestlers' schedules to make sure a certain somebody appeared to replace Mr. Roger Brown. With that being said, let us continue on into this IWC title tournament, and this will be the finals of round 1. So after this, round 2 will be placed. I'll get to line up the tourney, and we'll get to go through that. So we are getting closer and closer. All right, so we start off the night with a 23 E- rating here. We are, of course, in front of 89 people. Man, that finances. Right now, our economy is like a downward. Like the wrestling industry, I think, is on a rise right now, but the economy is just falling. So people aren't paying to go see these lesser shows like mine right now. So even though, some fans are like, yeah, we'll go see it, they're not returning all the time. So we got 89 people, though. That's still impressive. Unfortunately, we still are in like the Walmart parking lot right now. Most likely in the backyard of Jody Arnold, the president. Anyway, 23 E- rating here as we open up the show with the president, Jody Arnold, standing in the ring. He's got a mic in hand. He welcomes everybody to the show. He begins to hype up the program, talking about how tonight we'll see the conclusion of round 1 in this IWC Championship tournament. Jerry Monty's going to fight Guillotine Gordon, and then all the winners so far in round 1 will face each other in a huge 6-man tag title match. 6-man match later on tonight as well. But unfortunately, we do have some bad news, and that bad news is that the fact that Roger Brown was injured on the Olympic TV fighting Freddie Blassie, and he won't be appearing appearing tonight or anytime in the foreseeable future. As we saw, he's out for a year and 2 months. Jeez, that's harsh. You got to think that's a spine injury too. He might not ever wrestle the same too. So who knows? He could just be a different man. Anyway, as he goes on to announce, of course, that Roger Brown has been injured. He's interrupted by Brown's opponent for the night, Mr. Randy Tyler. He's kind of a millennial before millennials were around, I would say. Very spoiled, kind of a Dennis the Menace. What was that other one? Something Steven? I want to say Even Stevens, but I know that's like a Disney Channel show. I know there was like Dennis the Menace, and there was some other like bratty blonde hair kid as well. Maybe I'm just thinking of Dennis the Menace twice. Either way, Randy Tyler comes down to the ring. He's out celebrating like he's already won the title practically. I mean, he beat Roger Brown and forfeit practically. He gets into the ring, he shakes Arnold's hand, and he takes the mic. And Randy Tyler's kind of had to have like a Weasley voice, maybe maybe something like, "Look, Mr. Arnold, if I could say something real quick, I sure would, because it's a shame that Mr. Brown won't be here tonight. And while I may not want to, I will accept Mr. Brown's forfeit and dedicate my future title win to you, Mr. Roger Brown. Thank you. Thank you again." And then Jody Arnold kind of gives him this weird look, and as Randy Tyler goes to walk away, he holds on to the microphone, because I'd imagine maybe Jody was holding on to the mic the entire time Randy was talking there. And he goes, "Oh, hold on there, boy. Where you going? Who said anything about a forfeit?" "But you said that he was injured." "I know what I said, and it's true. It's damn true. But that doesn't mean I didn't find you a replacement." And, oh no, we gotta pull up the notepad. I closed it down. Gosh darn it. Hold on, guys. Hello, Sting. Oh, boy. Okay, hold on. Ignore the heat, Turney. Oh, god darn it, I didn't save it. Okay. Well, still, ignore the heat, Turney. Anyway, Jody Arnold pretty much just goes on to announce that Jimmy Snuka is going to be, or, well, he doesn't announce. He goes, I didn't find you a replacement. That's probably when Jimmy Snuka's music goes off. And out comes Jimmy Snuka, who we haven't seen in a while here. We haven't seen him in a while since Guillotine Gordon kind of ran him off. But he's here tonight, and he's here to take the place of Roger Brown. And, yeah. Welcome back, Jimmy Snuka. 23 E-. Alright, we jump into the matchup here. 32 E+ rating. Hell yeah. We have a decent matchup here. Randy Tyler pulls out the victory. The spoiled brat somehow walks away with the victory, pinning the hippie himself, Jimmy Snuka. Pulls out the victory in 8 minutes, 29 seconds after a bit of interference by who else but Guillotine Gordon. Gordon hasn't forgotten about Jimmy Snuka. He warned him not to show his face around here again. Unfortunately, Jimmy didn't heed his warning, and he paid for it here tonight. As Randy Tyler not only moves on, but he gets his first win here in the IWC. We already know Snuka's not suited to his gimmick, but we can't change it, so just gotta roll with the punches. Surprise enough here, Jimmy Snuka and Randy Tyler have great chemistry, showed in their performance. Hell yeah, I think Randy Tyler, that's like the second person he's had pretty good chemistry with. This match did get the crowd hotter. Snuka with an in-ring performance of a 33, and Randy Tyler with a 32. Gaining some heat to the Snuka-Gordon feud as well here. And then afterwards, we jump into a 19 E- match, or E- match? No. An E- angle here as we catch up with Guillotine Gordon as he's just kind of walking into the back. And Guillotine Gordon has a little bit of words to say to Jimmy Snuka, and he looks in the camera and he goes, "Jimmy Snuka, you hippie, I warned you not to show your face in the IWC again. And what do? You show up. You try to make a fool out of me? Not gonna happen. I showed you exactly what happens when you don't listen to me. Next time I sees you, Jimmy Snuka, I promise you I'll put yous in a body bag. And Monty, I hope yous watching, 'cause that was only a preview of what I'm gonna do to you tonight." And unfortunately, that does lose the heat for Snuka and Gordon. Gordon not the most entertaining guy, but he doesn't have to be. He's just a big brute who may or may not have some mafia connections, and he gave little Jimmy Snuka a little bit more of a warning. He said, "Next time I see you, you're gonna end up in a body bag." So if I was Jimmy Snuka, I'd avoid Guillotine Gordon if I was him. That's just me. And Jerry Monty, best of luck to you, but I don't think Guillotine Gordon is gonna walk over Jerry Monty just as much as he thinks he's gonna. We then move into our huge 6-man tag team match. Everybody here has moved on into round 2. Don Savage beat Ripper Savage. Jody Arnold, oh boy, never mind. This was a bad idea. I'm not going to remember everybody that everybody beat. Anyway, Dino Bravo got a huge victory over Baron von Heisinger. Alex the Butcher, actually the only person in that trio that's moved on. Cousin Slim got a huge victory upset victory over Alexis Smirnov and Frank Dalton winning his debut match. Anyway, we got this 6-man match. One of these guys will be the IWC World Champion, most likely. Then again, maybe it could be Randy Tyler, maybe Guillotine Gordon, or Jerry Monty. You never know. 35 E+ rating here in a decent matchup. Did I say World Champion, by the way? It's not a World Championship, but we'll get to that when we get to that. Decent matchup here. The team of Don Savage, Jody Arnold, and Dino Bravo go over Alex the Butcher, Cousin Slim, and Frank Dalton in 9 minutes 47 seconds after Dino Bravo pulled up yet another victory, this time beating the Cowboy himself, Frank Dalton, with a side suplex. The biker Dino Bravo not taking any business here tonight. He beat Baron von Heisinger last week, and tonight he's showing that he might be the odds-on favorite after he pulled out the victory and led his team to the win. Hell yeah. Also during the match, Cousin Slim turning on Frank Dalton and Alex the Butcher at some point. I'd like to imagine maybe he walked out. He didn't appreciate being told what to do or bossed around. I mean, Cousin Slim is a baby face in this situation. Out of everybody here, he is the kind of the odd man out. Everybody here is a babyface team, and the Butcher and Frank Dalton are heels, so Cousin Slim maybe not working too well with the heels who are a bit more demanding. The Butcher doesn't even speak English. Frank Dalton, kind of a, I don't know how you would describe him, he's a cowboy, so he everything's got to be his way. He's one of those kind of anal kind of guys when you think about it, so he figures he's got to take the lead because Cousin Slim's an idiot. Alex the Butcher can't even speak English. And well, it backfired on him because Cousin Slim maybe turned on him, poked him in the eyes or something, which allowed Dino Bravo to get the side suplex and pull out the victory here tonight. Hell yeah. Dino Bravo getting better at his gimmick. Cousin Slim, unfortunately, really off his game, and Frank Dalton seemed off his game. This did get the crowd hotter. Dino improving. Golly, Steve, can you read? Jesus. Anyway, Dino Bravo, in-ring performance of a 30 here. Jody Arnold with a 42, so it definitely looks like the President was the best. Don Savage with a 35. Frank Dalton with a 29. Cousin Slim with a 21. And the Butcher with a 41. So it looks like Cousin Slim was the worst of everybody, but he was also really off his game as well. So speaking of Cousin Slim, I did ask you guys a little while back, actually, in the previous episode, that's not so far back, to kind of come up with some punishments for if we don't accomplish our goals here. And well, the No Luchadors thing, I don't know if we came up with a punishment for that, but if we don't raise our pop in at least 2 regions, at least to 50, which I really don't think is going to happen, because, here we are in year 1, and it's already August, and I don't think we're even 50 in our current region. We're going to have to give our main championship, which will be the regional championship, to a mid-carder like, say, Cousin Slim or something, but we'll decide that when we get to that. So mid-carder becomes regional champion, because that'll serve as our world championship for now. We're only a local company, so I don't really feel the right to call it a world championship yet. And I also feel like this match might lose us money, since we used a lot of our... Don Savage is one of our more highly paid people, as is like Jody Arnold. I don't know about all these guys. I try to stay on the cheapest way as I can, but we might lose a little bit of money because we use a little more wrestlers than we normally do. And we're not making the most money in the world. We're still making close, $1,000 or something like that, but it has been going down, I believe. I'll show you guys after the show. Anyway, moving on. Oh, God. Damn it to hell. This was not supposed to be Jim Alexi. This was supposed to be Jimmy Snuka. But, and Alexi's a heel, too, so it really wouldn't work. I guess we'll just try to roll with this. And pretty much Jim Alexi's just kind of back here. And Jimmy Snuka's not on screen, but maybe, he's just kind of, man, that means I paid Jim Alexi to be here as well? No, guys, I'm not doing that. Hold on. I'm going to go back and fix it. I'm sorry. That's so freaking lame. Oh, God, I didn't mean to... This is just a random test thing. Oh, that really irritates me. Don't you hate when you have like wrestlers with the same name? Like I know John is one of the worst ones. Okay, that's how it's supposed to be. All right, let's go ahead and run the show real quick. 26 solid E for the opening angle. Not sure if that's better or worse. The match itself gets a 33 E plus. Snuka still not suited to his gimmick, but they still have that good chemistry. All in all, good stuff around. 18 E minus for the the Guillotine Gordon promo. 34 E plus rating for the 6-man tag team matchup. Cousin Slim still off his game, but he was getting better at his gimmick. And Frank Dalton was really off his game this time around. So it looks like Jody was still no. This time it looks like the Butcher was the best of the performers tonight with a 41 in-ring performance. Jody with a 39. Don Savage with a 35. Dino Bravo with a 30. Frank Dalton with a 25, and then Cousin Slim with a 22. And then finally we move on to the 14 F plus rated promo here from Jimmy Snuka. He's just icing his wounds in the back, and he's got a few words for Guillotine Gordon. And he just looks into camera and he goes, "Guillotine Gordon seems to have an eye out for me, eh? But if he thinks he can run me out of IWC, then he's got another thing coming. Nothing can stop a shooting star. Not even the dinosaurs. So if I was Guillotine Gordon, I'd watch my back." By the way, we are now in front of 92 people instead of the 89 people, so somewhere along the line in the multiverse, we attracted a total of like 3 or 4 people. I know my math's horrible, but who cares? Did lose more heat for the feud, but that is fine. And then we go into our main event, the final match in round 1 of the IWC Regional Championship Tournament, which gets a 30 E plus rating, and about that had a decent reaction from the crowd, but subpar wrestling to it. Jerry Monty goes over Guillotine Gordon in 10 minutes, 15 seconds after Jimmy Snuka decided to get a little bit of payback on Guillotine Gordon and came out and distracted the man with mafia ties, or I don't know what you would call him. Nonetheless, Jerry Monty moves on in the tournament, and Gordon goes down, and it looks like this dilemma between Snuka and Gordon is not going to end anytime soon. Guillotine was really off his game, and unfortunately, Jerry Monty and Gordon just don't click, and that definitely showed in their performance here tonight. Jimmy Snuka, still not suited to his gimmick, we know. Jerry Monty with a 34 in-ring performance, and he carried this matchup as Guillotine Gordon had a 15. Good God almighty. Did gain some heat for the Snuka-Gordon feud, though. So we go ahead and we end off the show, and we get a 29 solid E rating, and we increased our popularity in one region. The region we're in, duh. So that's pretty good. As for the superstars, I think what I'm going to do... I think I'm going to tell Randy Tyler that he did a pretty good job here tonight, along with Jerry Monty for carrying that match. And then I think I'll give I'm not sure. Part of me says we'll give it to the Butcher because he was the best in his match. Yeah, I think we'll do that. So let's go ahead and say Jerry Monty. We'll point him out as a good example because he carried that matchup. And we'll compliment the Alex the Butcher on a good performance. And Randy Tyler will give some encouragement to. So Monty seemed pleased. The Butcher was very pleased, or not very, but he was pleased with our speech. Those varies matter. And Randy Tyler seemed pleased. So all good stuff. We got Gypsy Joe here. The tournament's moving along. And we're moving into round 2 finally. And we got some heavy hitters in there. I mean, Don Savage, he's kind of a veteran of the business. Jody Arnold is the president. He kind of looks unstoppable. Jerry Monty is just damn near impressive. And then there's kind of like some of those underdog guys, like a Randy Tyler. Hell, a Dino Bravo. I mean, Dino Bravo beat Baron von Heisinger, a guy who a lot of people thought was going to go far in this tournament. And he picked up the victory there tonight. Jody Arnold and Don Savage weren't the ones to walk away with the pin. It was Dino Bravo who got the win for his team. So he could be an underdog favorite. You never know. Unfortunately for Roger Brown, though, it looks like he is not going to be able to move on. And it's very unfortunate for Roger. Out for a year. He was kind of like our main face. And yeah, now it's like who knows what's gonna happen. You know, year and 2 months is a long time. Long time. Then again, we could still be a local company. I'm hoping not, but I'm getting the feeling that I don't even know if we have it. Oh, it's in 2 years, right? Yeah, 2 years. We got to get to 50 popularity. That's our thing. So who knows? Who knows who will be the champion at that time? Cousin Slim could be a main eventer and not qualify. I know someone or the person in the comments said like, oh, we can give it to like a Cousin Slim, but oh boy, Scumbag Chic. You have no idea how many people hate this guy. He is clearly a scumbag. Look at this. Okay, these are a lot of loyalties. Hold on. Hatred, 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 hatred. Strong dislike. Look at that Grand Wizard. Don Arnold. That's Jody Arnold's uncle? Something like that. I don't know. Yeah, so the Sheik. I see a lot of scumbag Sheik pop up on my thing. Oh, you know another thing is oh look, there we go. Feedback been very positive. Hell yeah. Some people are like starring in like some movies. I don't know their names, I forget. Maybe if we go by like popularity we can oh no, that's not what we want. We can do that. So let's do a star in the USA. Yeah, so these guys right here, look, they're all out filming a movie and they became stars like overnight because they were filming a movie. Like, look at this. 83 B plus all around, and this dude was like unknown. F-1. And now he's an 83 B plus. Look at this guy. 83 B plus all around. Decent popularity, not too bad. Not too bad, but still. Now he's uber star. And then we got who clicked that? Not me. Apparently. I whatever. Stop. Game. Why? Why do you hate me? And then there was Ricky Star. I'll just type it in because the game wants to be stupid. This guy, look at him. Works for EMLL too, so he works. He works. 83. Look at that. Wow. I wish we had someone like that on our roster. I mean, Roger Brown was a sports guy, so maybe. Oh boy. Is Ripper mad that he was off that show? Yep. Why didn't you put me on the show, man? Sorry, Ripper, I can't have you on every damn show. Look, Jerry Monty's mad that he was left off 2 shows. I can't have you guys on every show. I'm sorry. It doesn't work. Okay, before we end off this episode, I just want to show off the finances. Look. We went from making like $2,000 to $4,000